I want to talk just a minute about Orrin and Orson West. 3 and 4-year-old Orrin and Orson West were reported missing from their California City, California home back in December of 2020. Now, Trezell and Jacqueline West, the adoptive parents, they're currently on trial. And Philip, that is Trezell's father, he took the stand yesterday, and I want to go through a little bit of what Philip said. But for you guys not too familiar with the case, Trezell and Jacqueline West, they're accused in the deaths of their 3 and 4-year-old sons, Orrin and Orson West, birth names Classic and Cincere. Now, prosecutors say that the 2 little boys died about 3 months prior to Trezell and Jacqueline's move to their California City, California home, but unfortunately, the boys' bodies have not been found. So Philip, Trezell's father, took the stand on Friday yesterday, and he testified that he never saw Orrin or Orson after Trezell and his family moved to California City. Now, prompted by the attorney, Philip, he recalled telling police that the last time he could be certain that he saw all of the children together, including Orrin and Orson, was July the 4th of 2020, so quite a few months prior to when the little boys were reported missing. Now, Trezell and Jacqueline's move to California City, it was around sometime in September of 2020. Now, Philip said earlier that year that he saw Trezell and Jacqueline and the children about every other week. He said the children were sometimes dropped off at his house that he shared with his wife and his younger son. He said at that time, Trezell and Jacqueline, they lived at the Casaloma Apartments in Bakersfield. Philip said he never went to their California City home. He was planning to visit there soon, but then this happened with the boys going missing. On December 19th of 2020, Trezell and Jacqueline, they dropped their 4 other children off, which are 2 biological and 2 adopted sons, at Philip's house in Bakersfield. And the children, they were supposed to stay a couple of days. Philip said he did not see Orrin and Orson on that day. Now, Trezell and Jacqueline, they've told investigators that the boys stayed in their van in the driveway, but they drove away with the boys after leaving the other children with Philip, who again is Trezell's father, and his wife. But Bakersfield police, they testified that on surveillance footage that was recovered, it indicates otherwise. A surveillance camera that was affixed to a home near Trezell and Jacqueline's Aspen Avenue home, it shows them leave their house that day and get in the van, but it shows only 4 children get in the van with them. So obviously there's supposed to be 6 with Orrin and Orson, but it only shows 4. So Philip said he was in denial when he first heard the allegations against Trezell. He said he's still mind-boggled by the situation. The person that Trezell is accused of being is not the type of person that he raised, is what Philip said. Philip said, quote, "I raised them to be fathers. I had no father. I know what it takes," unquote. So in his earlier testimony, Philip, he seemed to reveal just how much the allegations had damaged his relationship with Trezell.